written by Dr. Zakir Naik.
Right.
So, you know.
So now when you come to neighborhoods like this and people see Muslims going around and putting Qur'ans on their door, do they ever come out to you and ask you, what is this? I mean, what are you doing
Yeah,
there?
we have some good questions. We have people follow.
Uh-huh.
We have some good stories. There's this man, I was in a suburb, and he came out, this white Caucasian man, he came out and followed me.
Uh-huh.
And he said, you know, thank you for doing this project.
After he saw what you had, huh?
Yeah, he was following, yeah. I put on his house, so we were a few houses down, so he came he came after us,
Uh-huh.
walked out the street and told us thank you, and he said he would tell Islam is, he said he would tell his children that Islam is not how you see it on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
So he looked like he was a Christian man. He knew that, you know, that people were being manipulated in the media
Mm-hmm.
as to what Islam was. But we've got some good, you know, feedback. People will call in. We have an 800 number where people can call.
Uh-huh.
And many people call. They say, well, thank you. We're going to read it. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all we're after as Muslims. We don't have anything where we try to concentrate on getting a shahada. We just deliver the message. And,
Right.
you know, Allah will guide the people, inshallah.
Mm-hmm. And so now you walk these streets. I mean, do you keep like an index or a map of the streets you covered, and you're planning to cover all the streets here
Oh,
in
yeah.
Houston, Texas?
Yeah, there's a strategic goal because we've researched there's 115 million households in America.
Uh-huh.
So that's 115 million households we have to do.
Right.
And so we have offices in Chicago and Houston. So we do it one by one. We get a map. We pick a zip code.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, we're walking in 77003.
Uh-huh.
So if we were doing this one today, I'd map it out. I'd get the whole map of the whole zip code,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd cross out the streets one by one.
Now let me ask you, you're an engineer, but is engineering your full-time job?
It used to be. I
Right.
was an engineer, chemical engineer for a few years, and then I decided to leave. Islam needed some help, and so,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So now you do this full-time?
Yeah, it's a full-time job now. And
Uh-huh.
I go out getting support, financial support across the country.
Right.
And I also manage the people who are working the streets,
Mm-hmm.
you know, spending the money.
Do you ever get any like angry responses from people, you know?
Yeah, we've got some of that. Actually, some woman called me on my cell phone, and she says, hey, you Arab, do not, you're not going to get away with this.
Uh-huh.
Which means I wasn't going to get away with leaving the Quran on her door.
Uh-huh.
So, but I never called her back.
But the majority of the feedback's been positive.
I think so. Well, my boss gets them all, so I actually don't know,
Right.
you know.
And is this taking place in other cities?
Yes, it's in Chicago and Houston.
Uh-huh. Chicago and
two-
Houston. And is there goals to expand it to other cities here in America?
Yes, we would like to. Yeah, we've only been doing this for a few years, and once we get more publicity,
Uh-huh.
we want to go out to California and New York.
Mm-hmm.
We want to do that next when we get more financial support and get a center established. Yeah, we will do it. Yeah, and the goal is to finish, inshallah, I don't know, 5-10 years.
Inshallah, inshallah. And the Qur'ans you distribute, also, do you distribute any of these to libraries and universities?
Well, our model is the hotel rooms.
Uh-huh. Your target is the hotel
yeah,
rooms
and the
and bringing it right to somebody's house.
right to the house. And we will also want to do the hospital rooms.
Uh-huh. No,
Because
hospital
people are
rooms,
dying,
yes.
you know, that's a good place.
Right.
And then we also want retirement homes
Mm-hmm.
and the college dorms.
Right.
Basically where people live.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we try to target. Because where you live is where you can relax and read. So we're trying to give people the opportunity to read. So no, libraries are not part of our objective, but if someone wants one,
Mm-hmm.
we can give it to them.
MashaAllah. And people say going out fi sabilillah and walking down
Yeah.
these sidewalks and putting the Quran on somebody's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, that's
MashaAllah, it's very
that's literally delivering the message of the Quran. Just
Correct.
walking the streets and
right.
alhamdulillah.
Okay, Akhi. Well, inshallah, Allah, of course, inshallah, if your intention is correct, He will reward you for this project. And inshallah, you get increased financial support so you can put Qur'ans in all the homes of America.
Yeah.
And you know, you're not asking someone to come get it. MashaAllah, you're bringing it right to their door. So,
Yeah, so there's no excuse. We gave you, the information. Like I like to tell people sometimes, you know, you get a pizza coupon, they put haram on your door, you get a pepperoni pizza, we're not doing that.
Uh-huh.
You know, like hanging on the doorknob, they put these coupons on your door.
right.
So we go and give you the truth on your door.
Mm-hmm.
So Allah will.
And do you find that people any people that you have put this on their door, they call you later on and say, look, we want to have some more information about Islam, or we want to know where we can find the Muslim people?
Well, our main question is, the main response is we're going to read it or we want it picked up.
Uh-huh.
But we haven't got into the details of.
But they want you to know they receive it.
Yeah, people call about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Akhi. Inshallah, Allah will reward you for your efforts, because it's definitely a very noble effort to go door to door and for free, putting the most valuable book on earth on somebody's door.
Well, yeah, we go around across the U.S. fundraising at the masjids. We also take personal donations. if anyone would like to support this vast project, because there are a lot of things to be paid for, including the paid workers, the gas, the storage, the printing costs, everything associated with walking door to door. You can visit us on our website at www.alfurqan, which is al-furqaan.org, or you can call us 888-273-2754 and support us with a donation online. That's right. If you donate $100, that means we donate 50 copies of the translation of the Quran on your behalf. If you donate 500, that's 250 copies, and if you donate $1,000, that's 500 copies on your behalf. Inshallah. It's a great way to do your project. Many people say they're too busy with dawah, but it's an obligation, especially in America. And my ratio is there's 300 million Americans and maybe 10 million Muslims in America. That's 30 to 1, so you have to do dawah to 30 people just by that number. So Al-Furqan is just a vehicle for you to help you in your dawah obligation.
So, brother, thank you for spending some time with us.
All right,
and inshallah, I hope our viewers understand that the dawah effort in America is very serious. And the people are really picking out ways where you bring the Quran right to the doorstep of the people. I'm joined by the executive body of the Islamic Society of Houston. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so maybe we can just go from left to right, and you guys can introduce yourselves and tell us your position here in the Islamic Society of Houston.
Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala rasulihil kareem. A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My name is Hashim Badat, and I'm Vice President of Islamic Society of Greater Houston. And my term is a 2 years elected term.
Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. My name is Faiz Al-Ghoueri, and I'm the treasurer of the society.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My name is Aftab Salat, and I'm the General Secretary of ISGH, which is Islamic Society of Greater Houston. And this is my second term and last year with ISGH.
Okay, well, just tell us a bit about the organization and how it's organized and how the executive body here is composed.
Islamic Society of Greater Houston is divided, the whole Houston has been divided into 5 different sections. And each section is called a zone. Each zone has several masajids within that zone. From each zone, there is one director elected on a democratic basis. On the democratic basis, he represents that zone into the ISGH Shura, which is the board. Also, there is 4 positions which are elected positions throughout the Houston, which are president, vice president, treasurer, and Aftab Salat, the secretary. And we have a responsibility for a whole Houston as compared to the zonal director. So we have 9 members in our governing body. 4 of them are executive, which are, again, president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary, and 5 elected board members who represent their zones.
MashaAllah, it sounds like a very good organization. But let me ask you, was it always so organized? And what's the importance of being very organized when trying to manage the affairs of the community?
This, I have been in the United States for 40 years, and I have lived in a different state. And this is probably the only model exists in United States, which from its conception and its infancy, it was organized. This was very, very well preconceived by the forefathers of this organization.